So story time always wants to hit when I don't have makeup on. But you gotta do what you gotta do. So I keep stitching or moshing or putting these two songs together that are nothing, well, messages are good, but you'll see what I mean. So I keep singing Luther Vandross, Always and Forever, the lyrics. Take time to tell me that you really care, and we'll share tomorrow together. And then I keep mixing it with the theme song from Silver Spoons somehow. I'm trying to figure out how I'm doing that. Here we are, face to face, a couple of silver spoons, hoping to find we're two of a kind. Taking it slow, making it grow together. We're gonna find our way together, taking the time each day to learn all about the things we just can't buy. I used to think it was hide. I just learned this today. Makes a lot more sense when you think about the show, but trying to figure out how I'm putting these two songs together. I guess they are similar somewhat in the way that I'm hearing them in my head, but take time to tell me that you really care, and we'll share tomorrow, together, taking the time each day to learn all about the things we just can't buy or hide. Silver spoons together, you and I together. Okay, got it. The other story I wanted to tell, well, experience, is not compromising. And those moments in your life when you're caught in the act of being yourself so authentically that it's just a moment of truth. Are you going to own it? Or are you going to let yourself down? And I don't mean let yourself down like let yourself down like look stupid, because looking stupid is sometimes being your authentic self and owning it. Well, here's the story. So in my late 20s, I had gone out with a group of just really cool people who tried really hard to be cool. I don't know what they do now. I'm sure they're just cool. Who knows? I'm not going to make that judgment today. Don't even want to think about it. But we went to a restaurant called Benihana, and it was one of their birthdays. And so there's a table of like 10 of us. And if there is one thing that I've always naturally been, is a ridiculously enthusiastic person that I learned most people think is not always authentic, but I am authentically, happily ridiculous, and it's very normal for me. But it does irritate people who, I guess, aren't always happy. And in this case, I'm Gen X, so I'm sitting around a table of people that are just, reality bites, and I think the same thing too, but I'm just also bleh. I can hear my sister laughing downstairs. Ugh. Anyway, it's easy to irritate demons. Am I the demon, or am I irritating the demon? Who knows? God, sorry. Anyways, she was part of the group. So we're sitting there at Benihana, and I don't even notice that everybody's trying to be cool. I'm oblivious sometimes to stuff like that. And at the end of, I guess, the Benihana dinner, it was one of their birthdays, and, all of the employees, the cook, and the whole table, the server comes out, and they're singing happy birthday, and they've got the gong, and they're clapping, and everybody's, at least the employees are singing. And I'm all into it. I'm just clapping. I'm like, just what I'm doing with the phone, and just completely me. And I look across the table, and I lock eyes with one of just the coolest people at the table, right? The one that's gonna, they're smart enough and just enough of an a-hole and just cynical enough that for whatever reason, they're very sincere in that. But they own up to a bit of the respect that you might want to give them for just being a dick. But I lock eyes with them. And it's that moment of reality. It's that moment of truth where I realize I'm the only person at the table as into this Benihana birthday song as the employees. Because my sister and all the cool people at the table are just too cool to even sing. And I just saw this look of just, what is that look in his face? It's just so funny. It was, I see you. And I see you completely being ridiculous. And I see you being you. And I realized that I was the only person at the table, because I hadn't realized it before. I just knew it was uncomfortable for some reason sometimes to be around these people, even though everybody's human. And he's just looking at me very, and that was my moment of truth. In that moment of truth, was I going to just shut up and just be awkward and realize that I'm the only ridiculously giddy person at this table? Or am I going to stop and be like, oh, God, excuse me. Oh, let me just get myself together and just be as cool as the rest of these people. In a sense, too uncomfortable to be uncool. And at this point, dude, we're about to be 30. God, back then. And that's when I did not let myself down. And I looked at him, and he catches me just being a complete, excuse my language, retard, just completely dumb and giddy and just do. And he's looking at me like, what are you gonna do? And I just looked at him and I go, and I just keep on singing. And I realized I didn't let myself down that day. And I don't know how he felt about that situation. I think I gained a little respect that day. I think he was amused because he and his wife are complete retards too, in a great way. So it's little moments like that where you're not proud of yourself for being too cool for school. It's those moments that you are authentically yourself and didn't conform to appear a certain way because you're too uncomfortable not to fit in. Okay. Bye. Have a great day.